Right? Hey, keep your mind on it. I can't reach it. Well, okay, what do they mean? They mean when they say keep your mind on it or concentrate, they really mean don't think about anything else. Right? And that's turning your mind around. The better word for would be away. Right? Away from the distractions. And see, if this has been something that's been going on, then you want to release yourself. Right? Or free yourself from missing the mark by turning your mind around from the distractions, so you then presumably have a greater chance of hitting the mark. Now, how does that help?
Well, it helps up to the point where I still now want to put wholeness into it, because that's, see, the reasoning went that whenever some fall away from the good, they're deprived of sharing in the one. And you took that back to, if you turn your mind around, well, turn your mind away to keep from missing the mark. But that's what it is, to keep from falling away from the good. So if you're going to keep from falling away from the good, then you're going to be I haven't got the language, but it's the good. Since the good brings about the wholeness, then that's what you would be doing. You would be bringing about wholeness if you're keeping yourself from missing the mark. You'd be somehow unifying something, right? You'd be unifying.
If you are successful in freeing yourself from missing the mark by turning,
that's right, turning the mind around, reflecting.
right, or reflecting, right?
That's how you keep yourself from missing the mark. If you reflect.
If it's successful, then you've achieved a wholeness.
Okay. If it's successful, you've achieved a
Right.
wholeness.
Zen and the archery.
Pardon?
Zen and the archery.
Yeah, Zen and the Art of Archery actually comes out of Mark 1:5.
Thank you.
So that, I'm still puzzled also about this Lucia thing. I mean, it's not to take the image literally, because to literally shoot an arrow and come back on the mark might be somewhat painful. But I just wanted to puzzle on it for a second. Oneness brings about Lucia, because when that's what he said here, but I'm just wondering, is there a Lucia in oneness? Things like life, being, and intelligence have a Lucia. They can turn about on themselves and become complete. But I'm wondering, I mean, is that the thing that oneness adds to each one of these? The fact that it now, oneness adds this thing, quality called Lucia? Is that the driving factor in what makes something have Lucia? That it, let me put it this way: can oneness participate in Lucia, or have a Lucia to it, in the same way that being, life, and intelligence do?
Okay? All right.
I was just curious if you didn't include
sorry.
unity or oneness.
No. If there are many things that have some quality, then the things that have that quality are not the cause of that quality, but they share in that quality from something else. All right? Agree? Therefore, if there are a bunch of these things that have a reflective capacity, they can turn about and say, who am I? You know, like, you can't avoid this activity. Of course, I'm not sure about that. I don't think you can. Well, I was just saying, say, well, like, why is there this? There's only this because there's a problem. And the basic and most fundamental problem for man, right, is that he has to make sense of what he is, he, she is, in the life that he has, or she has, right? You have to make sense of it. Here's your life. Starts here, ends here, right? Okay. Now, that's absolutely impossible. It's totally impossible. Because you don't know how, you don't know what you were doing before you were here. You don't know where you're going, if you are going anywhere after here. Therefore, you have no before. You ain't got no after. And you're in the middle with a profound mystery you're trying to figure out, and you don't have the two other pieces. I mean, if you have to understand the whole, man is caught in an intrinsic dilemma. Intrinsic because if you knew why you were here, if you could account for why you were here, how you got here, right? That certainly might help you understand what you're doing here. In the same way that if you could figure out that what you're doing here may have some effect on where you're going, that would certainly highlight the need to reflect upon yourself. But you don't have that. It's a man is born into a profound problem. And this is the nature of the problem. Therefore, people look at one another, they say, oh, hell. No, they say, hello. They turn it around. Yeah, right? No, right? Now look here. In this predicament, you have to turn around and say, just who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? What's life? Where did that person go? They're no longer dead? How'd they do that? What's death? What dies? I don't know. What lives? I don't know. We are therefore driven to reflect upon ourselves and our existence. All people do that. Therefore, it's a quality we all share. Right? We all share in this wonder, this capacity to wonder. Turning upon ourselves and wonder. Hey, that's Lucia. That's Lucia.
Do most people do it extremely rarely, if at all?
No, a recent study in Brooklyn, Flatbush, indicated that 99 3/8% of all the people are weird. No. Yes. I think everybody does it. Don't you? Don't you think so?
They just don't notice it. Everybody needs to don't appreciate it.
They can't maintain it because they turn on the television set.
Not only that,
No.
I mean,
Hey, even TV, even with TV, you may wonder.
most people...
I mean, all they need is their mother to drop dead, their father,
Now, Plato and a few
have a
others,
friend and get the lotto. They say, what the hell did you get lotto for? I didn't.
Plato and a few others, though, have taken this dilemma
Yes.
and shown how it's metaphysically a part of man by pushing it into the soul and then up into intelligence and into being itself. And so this is an interesting example, but taking it from the other point, why then is it so important to see it in metaphysics?
Well, you don't, pardon me, you don't seek it, if that's what you said, did you?
See it.
See it. Okay. In order to do this, that presupposes intelligence, doesn't it? Right? Like one of the best intelligence tests there is see whether someone can catch a joke. Then you know they're intelligent. Right? That's the only thing you need. You don't need all the other stuff, right? I got a good one. I think enough, right? So, to be able to do this presupposes intelligence.